Alrighty then, Successful Indie Author 5-Minute Focus, episode 644, Consequences of Your Choices. Understand me. He's kind of up. He's had his breakfast this morning already. Alright, how do you decide what to write? This is the first thing that you do. Even before you've written that first book. You decide what you're going to write. Most people write something that they've been thinking about for a long time, and that's a passion project. Unless you read a lot and all of a sudden, hey, I think I can tell that story better and in a different way, and you attack it. But understand the difference between a passion project and a passion project with an audience. A lot of passion projects is, hey, I have to get something off my chest. I have to get something out of my mind. I have to clear my soul. And that's all okay. Writing is writing. Learning to write is practice. Practicing helps make you a better writer. All of that's good stuff. However, when your story goes off the rails because you're adding other stuff into it that you've been thinking about, you follow the characters and write up what they do. Okay, that's interesting. How far off the rails? And once again, you had this idea, and now are you appealing to the audience, or are you deviating from what an audience might read? It's okay to write a passion project, but can you keep it focused on a single topic with subplots and side plots and carry that topic with relatable characters towards an end result, a desired end result? This is so the topic of this is consequences of your choices. If you just write, like free writing, NaNoWriMo, for example, where it's just, hey, get 50,000 words and you jam and you don't edit as you go, you keep going, what is the value of that? You got the words. You can edit the words. You can look at the story. You can revise and refine. But if you pump that out there just as it is it a quality story that is going to relate to an audience? It doesn't matter. If you want to publish, that's fine. But understand consequences of your choices. If you didn't make a story that the readership wants, then that book's not going to sell very well. And if you think, well, hey, it should sell well because it's me and everybody loves my stories, that's not true. I have a lot of books, and just because I write it doesn't mean they're going to like it. So I would like to think, but that's not the case. How much effort will it take to write with the reader in mind, even if it's a passion project? Hey, this is the way I want to go. It's heart-rending, but what would it take to tweak it, just the storytelling, and this is the professional side of storytelling, to make it so it's relatable to more readers, even though it's the same story? This is the great thing that you can do as a professional storyteller, is you add that reader's perspective in, and all of a sudden, you're delivering a product, great story, it's your story, but it's still something that will also sell. How about writing a passion project that brings in a lot of revenue? We all want that. All it takes is adding that reader perspective in. This is the consequences of your choices. If you choose not to do that, then understand that you may have a hard time selling your book. And it's not motivating to that next book, knowing that, hey, I just spent 6 months writing a book and it didn't sell any copies. That's kind of demotivating. Well, we want to sell copies, so we build on a platform and keep rising with each new release. Our revenue increases more and more, backlist grows, all kinds of good things happen when you write books with the reader in mind. So the consequences of your choices. You can choose to write a book with the reader in mind, even if it's a passion project. You can choose to write a book that is more mainstream, once again with the reader in mind, and keep moving forward. If you don't do those things, if you don't research to make sure that you're delivering a book that readers want to read, and this isn't pimping yourself out, this isn't prostituting yourself thinking, geez, I don't want to write this. Don't write what you don't want to write. Write what you do want to write. But you can decide, I can write it, but let's make sure we tweak these characters in there, and then we can make it relatable and sell lots and lots and lots of copies. That's what you want to do. Consequences of your choices. Choose to be a professional, or choose to just free write with whatever you want. So, whatever you want, it's cool with the reader in mind. That's all I wanted to make for the point today. Peace, fellow humans.